Are you ready for
Step into the spotlight. Copying of uppers and downers get done. I'm in
Guys, Raj here with you. How are you guys doing? I'm really sorry I was away for some period of time. Actually, I was busy with my MBA. A man has to study, you know that. And now I'm back. And I'm back with Black Panther. What else? First thing first, guys, the marketing of this movie and critics' reviews, everything was, I was so pumped up for this movie and I was waiting for it to get released. And I'm really glad that I saw this movie in all its glory. I saw this movie in Asia's and Africa's biggest screen. Indeed, the movie is pretty political and it's a unique movie. Unlike any other Marvel outing, this is totally different movie. And guys, I had such a ball with this movie. I enjoyed every bit of it. So speaking of the story of the movie, Prince T'Challa, which we were introduced in Captain America Civil War, fantastic intro, and the casting of Chadwick Boseman, hands up. Every casting of Marvel is superb, but you know, it really sells. Of course, his accents, the way he speaks. We are just diverting from the story. Let's get back to the story first. So guys, Prince T'Challa's father has been assassinated. Now everything, the entire responsibility comes to his shoulder to look after this mythical and completely surrounded with this, you know, the way Themyscira, Wonder Woman's island, is hidden from the entire world. Same way, Wakanda is hidden from the entire world. The entire world can see a poor nation, and they are referring to it as like poor nation of Wakanda, but they don't know what Wakanda is actually. And I should not say Wakanda, I should say Wakanda. Wakanda is my country. You guys can hate me for that. Sorry. Anyways, so it's hidden city. It's like, what do you call this? El Dorado in Africa instead of America. So speaking of the story of the movie, it's not, something out of the box or something truly magnificent. It's a simple story. At this moment, if we say something about Black Panther, it's like, you know, oh, blasphemy, kick his ass or something like that. But please, I found the story to be pretty simple. Okay guys, the top 3 things I like about this movie. Number 1, Michael B. Jordan. Hell yeah, what a performance. Timely, we were always saying that Marvel doesn't have good villains, but somehow, one after another, now they are improving. First with Vulture. Ta-da! I loved Vulture in Homecoming. That was the only saving grace in that movie. Tom Holland is good, but I like Spider-Man more in Civil War than his own outing. Anyways, that's a reference. Michael B. Jordan. Okay guys, listen to me carefully. There is a very beautiful theory that I am coming up with. His character was so fantastic in this movie that if we, make T'Challa a villain and him a hero, and see from his perspective, his upbringing, his hiring of CIA as a Top Gun, a lone killer, assassin, how great it would be to see Michael B. Jordan and his journey from zero, from an orphan, to going straight after T'Challa and kicking his ass and getting that throne. Being the king of Wakanda, and these people are suppressed over there because there's too much power and there's too much stuff over there that they can't control and they can't distribute to the world. Also, they are contributing nothing to the overall society. They are keeping this freaking vibranium to themselves. It's a beautiful theory. If there's a movie about Michael B. Jordan, his character, and going after T'Challa, holy shit. He goes after in this movie also, but in a totally different tone. They haven't shown how his upbringing is, how tough he was in all those things. If that backstory is there, holy shit, this movie would have been perfect for me. But it was completely cut off. It wasn't there. But I love Michael B. Jordan. Second thing I like about this movie is the overall cast. Supporting cast did a fantastic job. Those bald ladies, you know that? Oh my god, their training, their fighting sequences, I was on my edge. And there's one particular scene, I'm a spoiler guy, but these are minor spoilers. You might have seen in the trailer also, where the lady is throwing a spear. Fantastic sequence. Andy Serkis was phenomenal. I just loved his character, and also the sister of Black Panther. She was giving such witty and charming lines. I just forgot her name. Oh my God! There's Lupita Nyong'o, or she was also great. I mean, the entire supporting cast for this movie really did sell the movie, and that is the something like you can say that the pluses are way more than the minuses. Third thing I like about this movie is, of course, Coogler, my boy. Oh my God, this director, he's so young. He's only 32 years old. Ryan Coogler, I forgot his name, please pardon me. But I've seen his all of the movie, The Fruitvale Station, Creed, and now this one. He has done a fantastic job. Staging action sequences with such flair that you would enjoy and you would be on your, edge of your seat. And the music of the movie, I don't know how he came up with it. I mean, the entire movie was like, and now every time this music kicks in and there is one action beat, again I'm coming to that sequence, it's like reminiscent of that sequence from Creed. You remember that Creed fight sequence? There's something happening over here also. It's a single shot 360 going back to Andy's circus. You guys, if you have seen, you know what I'm talking about. The ladies with the spear, fantastic. Ryan Coogler, again I'm forgetting the name, please pardon me. I came from Zoo, you know that. And my actual idea was that I would picturize in front of Black Panther. But children, my wife, I'm really sorry. And my wife is very loud and noisy, and how wives are. She's not here. Okay guys, let me get down to the things I didn't like about this movie. First thing first, there's there are not too much negatives or heavy things I might say about this movie, that I didn't like this aspect of the movie, or the movie was like this and that. I would keep it simple. First thing first, the love of critics. The critics are pouring such love and such outlandishly they are, branding this movie like something we haven't seen ever. Of course, there were some segments, but it's not Avatar. If you would say a new kind of blockbuster, Avatar will come to my mind. It really blew me away. Or Steven Spielberg's forthcoming. I hope that movie would be, Ready Player One, or the Raid Redemption, the Raid movies. Those were completely different movies. Those movies started the trend. This movie was a simple story, done beautifully, brilliantly. No, denial on that. But again, I was like, okay, it's not in my top 5 Marvel movies. Thor Ragnarok was way more, enjoyable. I had gripe with that movie also, but that writing and movie was totally different. If you see this movie, the Lion King themes are there. Africa is shown beautifully, Wakanda. Okay, the second thing I didn't like about this movie is Wakanda itself. Everybody is going gaga over Wakanda, but nobody is asking this freaking questions. Who's living in those skyscraper? But when everybody, the entire population is there on bazaars. They must have shown the rich of Wakanda. Only one family is there. That's about it. Rest all tribes are there. But who's living in the skyscrapers? Who's going in the metro trains? Nothing. They should have shown some, if you are what I meant to say, if you are making a political movie, okay, Star Wars prequels were too much heavy on political side. Okay, agree. But at least they were, showing a hell lot of things over there. Don't show that much, but at least let us see Wakanda. Okay guys, that's it. My first 2 gripes about this movie. The third thing I didn't like, I thought this budget was really tight. The flight sequences near the climax, they were forced. There was no need for it. They might be thinking that, okay, let us show a huge scale and in the trailers and all. It was unnecessary. Again, I would say, if they had shown what's his name? Michael B. Jordan's character, if he is invading a country, that would have been a totally different ball game, but I think the budget wasn't that much. It's a neat movie. It's a clean, nice movie. Please don't take it to the heart. And as far as I'm concerned, I would rate it 7 out of 10. Ta-da! Guys, that doesn't mean that you should not watch Black Panther. Please go and watch. There are too many references, Easter eggs. We got another broken white guy. The sister of Black Panther, she has done a fantastic job. Her lab is really high tech. And one more thing, guys, at some time CGI, it was like straight out of PS4 games. If you are thinking that CGI is bad, it's not that bad, but come on, it's not a perfect movie. There are some things that twitching here and there would have been fine. I love the sequences with Rhino and the fight and everything, spears, those fight sequences were kick-ass. Anyways, I would keep on talking about this movie. Please go and watch this movie. Support Marvel, support DC also. And that's about it, guys. Take care of yourself. Masalam. Ciao. Bye.